We all love stories. Most people love to read them, but there are few who would prefer to listen. So, for those of you who prefer to listen, this is for you. Welcome to the Bible Stories. My name is Liz Kanyi, and I'll be your host.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Liz Kanyi, and I'm here with another Bible story, which I believe is going to bless you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Keep doing it. And if it has blessed you, please share with others. So, today I want to tell you a story about a lady. I am sure you have heard this statement. Your God will be my God. Your people shall be my people. So I want to give you the story and tell you where this all came about from. So there was a time in Israel when they were experiencing famine. Now Israel, they went through these sorts of times, especially when they had annoyed God. When God was angry at them, they would go through famines, then they would pray, and things would change, and things would get better. But during such a time, a man called Elimelech decided he was going to leave Israel. So he packed his wife, who was called Naomi, and his two sons, Kilion and Mahlon. And he went to a Moabite city and set up camp there. So that is where they were living. And I guess they were doing okay because the Bible does not say much about it, but they stayed there for a while. And then Elimelech died, left a widow and two sons. Then the boys, they decided to marry. I guess they got of age and it was time for them to marry. Now they're in a foreign land and they decided to marry foreign women. So they each married a Moabite girl. Then a time came when they both died. I don't know what killed them, but they both died. So Naomi has been left with her two daughters-in-law, and she's in a foreign land. And I guess things were not looking up, things were not okay, because it got to a point where she decided she's had enough and she's going back to her people. I guess when you're in a foreign land, that usually happens. You miss speaking your language, you miss your people, you miss your food, things that you're used to. So she decided it was time to go back home. So she told her daughters-in-law, me, I am going back to my family, I'm going back to my people, I'm going back to where I came from. And they wanted to go with her. And then she told them, no, you go back. Go back to your families. Go back to, they might get you other husbands. Go back to them. And then at first they said, no, I guess it was that, that courtesy of, no, we can't just leave you. But then again, she told them, no, you go back. So in the culture those days, when your husband dies, you'd be married by your husband's brother. So Naomi told these ladies, now, I am already aged. Even if I was to get married and get a son, are you going to wait for him to grow up for him to marry you? No, you go back to your people and all will be well. So one of the girls was called Orpah. She agreed. She decided to go back to her people and to her gods. Ruth, on the other hand, the other daughter-in-law, decided no, she was not going back. So at this point, I'm thinking, Naomi and her sons must have been worshipping God the Israelite way. They never conformed to the patterns of Moab. They continued worshipping their God. And Ruth really enjoyed worshipping the God of Israel, and she did not want to go back to worship the God of the Moabites. So she decided, even if I become a widow for the rest of my life, if it means I remain single, that's okay. So she said to Naomi, I am not leaving you. I am not going back. I am going with you. Naomi tried to plead with her. You see, your sister Orpah has gone. Why don't you just follow her? She has gone back to her people and to her gods. Why don't you just do the same thing? Ruth said, no, I am not going back. She said, your people shall be my people. Where you die, I will die. Your God shall be my God. And she insisted. And so Naomi decided to take her along. And I guess it was a good thing because she would have trekked all the way. Those days, They never had vehicles, they never had planes. I don't think they had ships. Maybe they did. Not ships, but they must have had canoes or stuff like that they would use. But this particular one, it was a trek. So she got company and she had someone to talk to on her way back to Israel. So they went back and they got to Israel, to the place where Naomi was born. And the people of the area, her kinsmen, you know, her tribesmate, they saw her and they were thinking, isn't that Naomi? And there was such joy, there was such hula baloo. People were so happy that she was back. And then they came and they said, oh, Naomi, Naomi. And she said, don't call me Naomi. The name Naomi means pleasant. She says, don't call me Naomi, call me Mara. At this point now, we understand why she wanted her daughters to go back, her daughters-in-law, to go back to their gods. Kumbe, she was angry with God because she was thinking, God let me down. I left here full. She said, she told these people, I left here full. Now I have come back empty. In as much as she had a daughter-in-law who stuck by her, she said that she had come back empty. And so she told them, don't call me Naomi, but call me Mara. I don't think they agreed because the Bible does not refer to her as Mara. It continues to refer to her as Naomi. But today, we are going to stop there. Next time, I'm going to continue with the story of Naomi and how Ruth became a blessing to her. She became more than, you remember she said that she came back empty. Ruth became more than 10 sons to her, and I will tell you why. So stay tuned, and God bless you. See you next time.